Alright, so I have something mildly distressing to talk about that I've been hearing about, and I've been checking it. Apparently it is a legitimate thing. Apparently there is evidence to say this. Many schools in places in Australia are being taught that democracy is bad, so that the people shouldn't have a right to vote on everything, and that government must be replaced with Islam. This is in Australia. And it's very, very hard to believe, but I can't find anything that would dispute its authenticity of the article itself, and there's lots of stuff to say that it is actually happening. Many posts on things like Facebook and stuff like that, and I don't know how to do these links and stuff, just from my phone. I don't have a computer or whatever to do it on, so if you want to go digging around, eventually you'll find it. There have been interviews done with some of the teachers there too, and their identities have been confirmed as well. So I'm making this video with the understanding that it is most likely a real thing, because that's the evidence I've been given, or what can count as evidence in this kind of a case. Given there's nothing to say that, even to slightly dispute that it's not authentic. And I mean, there's not really much to talk about as well as that, because I don't have any video content to go into. That's all I can report on. I found the post on therebelmedia.com. I'm pretty sure a lot of other people have probably covered this that are way more popular than me, so if you look it up, you'll probably be able to find more about it, probably more than I did as well, because you probably will look more. I mean, I spent like a good, better part of 45 minutes looking, so, but hey, if you might find something I didn't. Now, the rest of the part I want to talk about is my opinions on Islam. Now, I don't have anything against any religion, necessarily, but these people, they kill gay people, they treat women like shit, they treat anybody that doesn't really believe in their religion like shit. And now, there's a thing in the Quran that it actually says, forget the actual phrase or the translation, but it says, any Muslim that lives in a non-Muslim country will not be accepted by Muhammad, with the exception being, I think, spreading the word of Islam to other countries and stuff like that. Now you see, all these people just start flooding in eventually, I think it is their intent to flood their populations of their own, their own religions and stuff, and push it there. I mean, someone was fined for a charge under Sharia law, which isn't law in the UK where this happened, it's Sharia law. So Sharia law is already in the UK partially being enforced, or it was enforced in this case. So there's so many of them that they're taking over. They're taking over the UK. You can start seeing it in Canada too. I haven't heard anything about what's going on in Canada, probably because if it is happening, the media is definitely censoring it, because that's what they're doing there. And the people that are reporting on it, they're all concerned about what's going on in the UK, because the UK has had it going on for longer. It's a much more serious case. Now, these people, they're not refugees. If you come to Canada from Syria, you're not a refugee, because there's many countries that border you, that are, not only are they Muslim countries, they'd be much more hospitable to you. They're not at war. There's no war in those countries. If you look at it, there's places that they could go that would have been, better for their way of life, better for them, better suited for them. But no, they come all the way to these other places. You see Muslims violence. There's been many rapes, and I mean, every time, and this is the funny thing that the politicians don't want you to know about, every time you hear about something going on in the UK about one of the Muslims committing a very, very heinous crime, like raping someone or harassing people, assaulting people, you see the police go after the person that reported it, the non-Muslim person that reports it, that had the crime committed against them. They've been threatening people's business licenses. I think very muchly that it's gotten so far that it's spread into the government in certain places over there. That Islam has spread into the government, and now the government is trying to systematically force people into Islam slowly, and I think that's something we might very well see in the coming years, if not within this year, or at least see the very beginning of it. And you can call me racist all you want, but I only say what I see, and this is what I'm seeing. And I don't know how many other people are seeing this as well, but it's a hostile takeover of the rest of the world, and it's not good news. You see this you see this come to America, and what will happen there, or in Canada. You know how many gay people are here? That'll get, if they take over, and Sharia law is enacted in these places, all of the gay people will be killed. They will try to kill me. They'll try to kill my mother, who is bisexual as well. They'll try to kill a lot of my friends, who are bisexual as well. I don't think they would go after transgender people, because, I mean, why? I mean, they're not, technically, they're not gay, technically. I mean, if they're a transgender person that isn't gay, then I guess there's not really much that could be done. But then again, they don't support the religion, so die, infidel, I guess. I don't agree with it. I mean, I've met lots of Muslim people that, they don't care. They came, they left, they wanted a better life, they lived here, they keep their religion in their own home, they don't talk about their religion, they don't push it on anybody else, the same as I do. I personally am non-religious, and a lot of times I critique on religion, but I never say, hey, this religion is awful, this religion is bad, this religion is horrible, you should shame it, and blah, blah, blah. But, no, you shouldn't do that. Now, don't take this as hate speech, because this is not hate speech, and honestly, if YouTube does whatever and says blah, 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 like they like to do, I doubt they could even do anything, because my channel is so small, it's so insignificant. But if they were to do something, I mean, every time YouTube censors a video that is about a topic like this, it just goes to show that someone has a vested interest in censoring this kind of media. Because you understand, there are the people that own Google, there's companies that own Google. And honestly, who do you think controls the money? You figure out who controls the most of the money in the world, and you figure out who's pushing for what. You find out who really owns Google all the way down the line, and then you find out all this stuff about YouTube. That's why they're demonetizing everything, because they're trying to... YouTube is kind of trying to control the media as well. You search up something, you search up a subject, you're only going to find certain things, anything else, and that's why this whole thing is going. They're trying to cut off funding and everything. They're trying to kill off people with different opinions. But they're soon going to learn that that can't really happen. I mean, if YouTube were to start, say I were to get bigger and they were to start demonetizing my videos, I would still make this stuff for free. I wouldn't care. I do it from my phone. I could continue to do it from my phone. I mean, it's not that big of a deal. If I want to make content, I'm going to make that content, and if it happens to be about something that someone doesn't like, well, tough titty, because it's not like I gave you a boo-boo or your toto or anything. What did I do? Did I smack your pee-pee or something? Is that what's wrong? You want to cry, you little fuck? Crying. I can see all the people in the comments are just going to be like, you're Islamophobic, you're racist, fucking misogynist, bastard, I'm going to fuck you up. As soon as I get out of my mobility assistance chair and out of my parents' basement, then you're done for. Yeah, that's what all they say. But I mean, I don't get it. I don't get it. I mean, in my opinion, this is the final summary. In my opinion, Islam is trying to take over the world completely, and it's not a good thing because, let's face it, Islam is not a fucking religion of peace. Now, I don't think the religion is bad or that the people are bad, but I think the things that they do because of the religion is bad. That is the bad part. That is the only bad thing. It won't work over here. It will destabilize fucking everything. You'll have war. You'll have people dying. So yeah. Don't, like, honestly, don't support terrorism. Don't do it. It's bad. It's very, very bad. And it's getting to the point nowadays where if you speak out against anything that's Muslim, they will censor you. They will call you a racist piece of shit. They will do everything they can to discredit you. And that is because they have a vested interest. Now, who they is, well, anybody that would really do that without a good reason, because, I mean, the stuff I'm talking about, it isn't racist. Because I'm not going after the race. I'm going after the actions of the people. I'm condemning the actions, so therefore that isn't a race thing. And I want you to know that my choice has not been influenced on the race. I think the actions of any Muslim person, whatever that be, a brown Muslim person, a white Muslim person, a black Muslim person, even a yellow, I don't give a fuck, like a fucking purple. If the Hulk was a Muslim, I would still fucking go after his green ass if he was doing fucking terrible things for his religion. So don't be a cunt in my comments, because I'll just remove your comment anyway, because this is a place where peace is enforced. You can still say your opinion, but if you're going to be a little cunt, you're gone. And you'll be gone 100% of the time. I won't stand for it. 100% of the time. The only way you'll get away with it is if it's at nighttime, where I am, and the Wi-Fi goes off and I'm asleep. Is the only time you'll get away with it. And then you'll only get away with it until I find out about it in the morning and remove your fucking comments. So don't be a cunt, because I will find out. Goodbye.